Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's talk about how DeepSeek and ChatGPT think differently. I'm gonna give some prompts here and then we'll see like how they think differently. We'll just go by step process just to understand. Alright, so let's get started. Here I have opened both DeepSeek and ChatGPT. So you can get access to DeepSeek from chat.deepseek.com, whereas ChatGPT, as you know, the chatgpt.com. Couple of things we need to do. First is that we're trying to compare the reasoning capability, so you have to click this deep think r1 to be able to use the reasoning capability from DeepSeek. If you don't click on this like this, then it's going to use the default model, which is DeepSeek v3. So you have to click on this, and the other one is in ChatGPT. So you have to look for o1 uses advanced reasoning, so you have to click on this. I believe this is only available for ChatGPT Plus, so you have to pay for it, which is $20 per month. So you have to click on ChatGPT o1 to be able to get the reasoning capability, and in DeepSeek just click on Deep Think r1. Let's try some of the prompts here. First thing I want to try is this prompt where it says a bat and ball cost $1.10 in total. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? So your reasoning. So if we kind of like compare this in both DeepSeek and ChatGPT on the right, I'm just gonna click on this here, hit enter. Same thing for the ChatGPT, and now it's thinking. All right, as you can see from here, in ChatGPT, it's done with providing the answer, reasoned about bat and ball pricing for a couple of seconds. Now, solution explanation. It gives you the solution explanation, and the final answer is the ball costs $0.05, right, which is 5 cents. Whereas here, the same thing with the DeepSeek, you can get the ball cost $0.05. It does provide the how it came to that answer in both cases, but one thing you want to look at is like in the case of DeepSeek, see it starts thinking, right? Okay, let me try to figure this out. So the problem says that a ball and bat cost together is $1.10, and bat costs $1 more than the ball, right? It provides you the step-by-step process how it thought through this solution, whereas you can't see that what's happening behind the scene in ChatGPT o1 case. And always remember, DeepSeek is freely available, where it's ChatGPT o1 you have to pay for it. Now let's try the other prompt, which is about this is for write a step-by-step process in developing machine learning model, right? So we're gonna do the same thing for both. I'm gonna hit enter. Same thing for DeepSeek. Now I started thinking. So look at here in ChatGPT, it's much faster than the DeepSeek, right? So it thinks a little bit longer. ChatGPT already provided an answer saying to define the problem. So it says like below, it's a high level step-by-step guide on how to develop machine learning model. Define the problem and objective, gather and explore data, clean and prepare data, perform exploratory EDA process, feature engineering, split the data, choose and train the model, evaluate performance, hyperparameter tuning, validate on test data, deploy the model. So that, and then monitoring and maintain. So that's what it provides along with the summary in the ChatGPT. Whereas DeepSeek, again, it provides you the way it thought through that process, right? So look at this example here. DeepSeek thought for a while, about 13 seconds. So it says the user previously asked about the bat and ball problem. Now they want step-by-step process for developing machine learning model. Let me start by understanding what they need. Now it says need to make sure the steps are in order, logical. Let me outline the steps. So it outlines all the steps required, and it provides here define the problem along with objective, success metrics, and constraint. Collect the data, source, gather data from various sources, explore EDA process, pre-process the data, select a model, says algorithm, what kind of model you want to select, train the model, and also provides a brief snippet of code, evaluation, performance, hyperparameter tuning, finalize a model, deploy, maintain, and iterate. It does provide a little bit more information about like tools and libraries are available there, like data handling pandas, visualization, modeling with scikit-learn, deployment with flask, and so on, and example workflow also, like problem, data, ed, and so on, right? So it does provide a little bit more information, so it really depends what you need, but you can see that the performance is comparable across DeepSeek and ChatGPT, and the way they provide answer is kind of similar. But again, in the case of ChatGPT, you can see that it does break it down to different things like deployment, model, integration, scalability, security, and compliance. If you look at the same thing in here, it's kind of similar: deploy the model, integration, scalability, and monitoring, right? So it really depends, but just wanted to show you that capability of open source, which is DeepSeek model compared to proprietary model O1 from ChatGPT. Now let's try with the write an email to a professor about attending a conference. I'm just gonna copy it here, just run through this process. Thinking, okay, the user wants to write an email to a professor about attending a conference. Let me start by understanding the context. And then it just thinks through and then provides an answer. Here, I think you might have already got it. So we already have answer from ChatGPT o1, inquire about ending conference, dear professor, and so on. I hope this email finds you well. It's written about writing email to professor for a couple of seconds. It says it's faster than DeepSeek, and it does provide the format for both. In DeepSeek, I think in this case, we can see briefly explain the real events and all this thinking process, right? Key tips and everything. So it provided so much more information, probably more than you need. So, and then whereas in ChatGPT, it's a little bit concise if you look at here. So it really depends with your preference, but this is again another scenario where we can use we're comparing both of them. Now I want to check one thing here. For the coding test prompt I have is create a web page for a website related nutrient facts in both cases. So let's do that. Let's run this, and this one, it's already started thinking. It's also thinking now, constructing the web page structure. I'm thinking, it says I'm thinking about web page that highlights nutrient facts, and same thing here. So it does provide the thinking process also, but it's brief, much short than what is provided in DeepSeek, as you can see. All right, it says like finally I'll provide instruction on how to use the code, like saving it HTML and so on, right? So it does provide the HTML file here, and same thing here. So we can compare both of these. So let me copy this one from, this is from DeepSeek, put it here. And now let me replace this with whatever we got from DeepSeek. Control V, save it, and then the other one is from ChatGPT. I'm just gonna copy the one from ChatGPT also. This is from ChatGPT. Control V, save it. Now let me check the file. I think I have it here. ChatGPT DeepSeek. So this is from ChatGPT. Let's take a look at it. So as you can see, it says nutrient frag, understanding the building blocks of healthy diet, and you have this one, the macronutrients, micronutrients, sample food data, contact, feel your body right, all these things, right? So you can see it provides a simple layout for the website that we are looking for, and the links are clickable. It goes to the directly to the section. Now let's go to the one from the DeepSeek. All right, so this one is from the DeepSeek. It's a pretty simple one, nutrient frags and all these things. So in this case, I would think like from the layout perspective, a little bit better in ChatGPT compared to the DeepSeek. So, but you can see there you go. You can look at that from the coding side how they perform together, right? And one thing I wanted to highlight is that in the case of DeepSeek, what you can do is see once you run the code in the HTML file, you can actually just run right from here. If you click on this, then it gives you that web page, unlike in ChatGPT. So it's pretty good. So you can just click here and then you can get that website right here. You can have the preview from that, right? So last thing I want to compare is I want to ask with the where is Gulf of America, right? So I want to do that, and then let's ask both of them. thinking, okay, the user asking where is Gulf of America home. First, I need to check if there is place actually called the Gulf of America. Yeah, if you look at the chat GPT, it says, I'm noting that Gulf of America might refer to the Gulf of Mexico, right? Something like that. And let's see, there is no large body of water officially called Gulf of America. Whereas from DeepSeek, there is no body of water, same thing here, but it does provide other explanation also. Now let's ask the same thing with search capability. Click on this and then it should provide the current information if there is any available. But in the case of O1, we don't have that search capability here highlighted. So I think uh, search is not available O1. So if we do maybe for O, then that search is available. So let's click the search in both cases and ask DeepSeek and ChatGPT. Okay, the user is asking again about Gulf of America. I need to figure out why they're repeating the question. Let me check the history. It says previous internet, they asked same thing, explain no official America. I listed the Gulf of Mexico and so on, right? It says that due to technical issue, the search service is temporarily unavailable. So I think the search one is not available right now. But let's see here. The term Gulf of America has recently been introduced as the new official name for the body of water previously known as Gulf of Mexico. This change was enacted through an executive order. So now ChatGPT is providing answers, searching through the internet and giving me answer here, right? So it probably does the same way in DeepSeek as well, but right now it says the search service is not temporarily unavailable. So that's about the difference, the way they think ChatGPT and DeepSeek. So it's really sometimes it's just really preference which answer you like better, and sometimes one is just doing a little bit better than the other, and so on. So hope you like this video of comparing between DeepSeek and ChatGPT and how they think differently. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave that in the comment below. Thank you.